Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is April 5th and the time is about 20 minutes until 6 p.m. PST. I'm going to check right in, get a storyline for you. I did get a couple of decks new today, so we're going to go ahead and use those as well to see what happens. Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, Mother, Father, God, Goddess, please inhibit and prohibit any negative influences during this read. Please let this read be as accurate as possible from you through me to the collective. Thank you very much. Collective energy, please, Spirit Divine. Oh, what storyline would you like to give to the people, please? And thank you. Alrighty then. In the central energy, what do we have? Ooh, well, we have an 8 of Wands in the upright. So something's happening very quickly here. There's quick decisions or a swift change. In the challenge position, we have the King of Swords. So he has mental clarity. He knows what's going on. He's a reliable leader. In the subconscious, we have the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Passion project. Passion freaking project. Scattered energy. And frustration. In the recent past, there is strength here. Strength and courage. In the intentions and expectations, please, Spirit. Justice. Strong justice is being served, it looks like, on this passion project and this conflict. In the near future, please, Spirit. Yeah, excitement and freedom here. So there's action being taken to deliver limitless potential. Free spirit exploration. The lens is being looked through is the 4 of Wands. So domestic happiness, freedom, and marriage. In the environment, what do we have here, Spirit, please? And thank you. We have a new career, abundance, an Ace of Pentacles here. So there's wealth and a financial opportunity. Hopes and fears, please, Spirit. Whoa. Yeah. Negative thoughts, self-restriction, victim mentality. So that kind of stuff can really, put a downer on things. And the outcome, please. Whoa, we got 2 of these here. So we got the Queen of Swords here. She's clear-minded. She's right here with the King of Swords and in a marriage, right? They could be in charge or, casting judgment or, overseeing these unions or this union or however that resonates for you. We've got the Queen of Cups here and the King of Wands. Mentally, emotionally stable and caring. And then with the King of Wands is overcoming challenges regarding an illusion. And they're coming into their the fruits of their labor and moving forward with an enterprise. So this is united. It's united venture. I got the windows open because it was warm today. So here's a new deck here. This is the Wild Things Oracle. We're going to go ahead and choose some cards from this. I have smudged it already in the smoke and welcomed it into my energy. So here we go. They're slippery. All right. So we got a swift action here. There's quick decisions being made. And be yourself. So you're being yourself. It could be, let's see here, number 4. Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. Now is the time to stand firm in who you are and what you believe. Life has made you the person you are. Do not be ashamed or embarrassed about your weaknesses, nor modest about your strengths. Don't try to hide your weirdness either. So be yourself. You're gorgeous. King of Swords is here in the challenge position. And we've got embrace effortlessness. So it came out in the reverse though. Let's see if it's red in the reverse. Number 33. No, it's not. So embrace effortlessness. He's got clarity. He knows the truth. We weren't raised to work with the ebb and flow of energies. We were raised to determine a course of action, have goals, and stick to them. The message has been, if it's challenging, uphill, exhausting, or overwhelming, keep going. Suffer the hardship because it makes the reward so much sweeter. This has led us to go against our own divine nature, punishing ourselves with struggles that feel uphill and suffocating. But the way of Source is to work with the flow. Now is the time to turn off the should in your mind. Turn your energies downhill. Let go of the idea that your dream or decision requires you to toil. Yes, you are in for hard work and commitment, but no, you don't get extra points for suffering. Let others have that battle. It's your time to relax. Call on your invisible allies and let Source and its flow be your partner in this achievement. So we've got passion project here, delays, frustration. Very swiftly, you're be yourself, or somebody is going to be seen as himself, or very swiftly you will be able to be yourself, because you've got people here in a passion project, pretending to be you. And what else we got in the subconscious, please, Spirit? Beginnings. So somebody might be frustrated and impatient for a beginning. You might be impatient. You might want to be yourself. You might be challenged. Somebody might be challenged by this King of Swords clarity about the flow of things. We've got strength and courage in the recent past. Whoa. Play. So, but it came out in the reverse, so I'm just going to take it in the upright. You've got compassion and courage and play. Like this is with this is wrapped up like a piece of candy. So this could be, if you're looking at that, if you're looking at this, it could be you're having courage while you're dealing with getting played with by those who are seeing your mental body as candy. Perhaps these are the dead wanting to mess with your mind, or maybe you're showing courage in the face of this play with the dead or the undead or whatever. Let's look at that. Play. I could be looking at that wrong, but that's how I perceived it. Life dances with death every day. We may not always be aware of it, but the death of a project or a dream or a relationship gives space for the new to be birthed. The cells in your body continuously die off to make room for the arrival of fresh, new cells. The way to manage this dance between life and death, bitter and sweet, is to play. Lick the lolly, eat the cupcake, take the ride. Dance while you make breakfast. Do yourself a favor and disconnect from the drama by indulging in ridiculousness. Justice is here, the law of cause and effect. So you got to dance in the face of ridiculousness, or, be happy. Justice is being served. Tend to your partnerships. The law of cause and effect. Number 43. This could be a time to review or negotiate business, new romance, or friendship, or renew romance or friendship, or nurture the primary partnership you have with your own soul. The wild things know there is no thriving without the earth's good graces for food, water, shelter, and beauty. They honor her generosity with reciprocity. Is it time to share? Celebrate bounty? Give back to the resources that have provided for you? Perhaps you are being called to receive instead of continuously give. You need not earn your belonging. Take stock of where you are woven into healthy partnership and where you are not. This is a time for balanced reciprocity, which means the law of cause and effect. So you're going to get balanced reciprocity. The law of cause and effect. What you have put out is what you're getting. It's time for that. You've got excitement and freedom and limitless potential here in the near future. Freedom. And remember the wooby. Remember the wooby, which is number 36. Remember that blanket you had as a child, the one that comforted you with its mere touch, or the special stuffed animal or toy that connected you to your own ease? That feeling is the wooby, and it is the center of your belonging. Belonging is the center of the universe. Forget about the practical adult world for a while. Embrace the wooby. The books, the films, poems, music, and nature that put you back in touch with your own nature, inspiring you to remember who you really are, beyond your own circumstances. That is what's calling you right now. Answer. The little prince taught us that which is essential is invisible to the eye. Close your eyes to see. Tell reality to bite it. When you're ready to deal with it again, it'll be waiting for you. You'll always find proof of what you seek. So stop looking at all the ways you don't fit in. Refuse to take account of what displeases or hurts or frustrates you. Spend this time falling in love with all the ways you belong to the planet and to your sacred, gorgeous heart. You've got limitless potential, new beginnings, excitement, and freedom. You have been released from that which had bound you. In the lenses being looked through, again, you've got freedom and union. So there's new union here and a reunion, perhaps, for a whole community. Allow anger. Allow anger. Which is number 41. That's odd. Allow anger. Anger's fire is fuel for change. Too little fire, and we risk becoming listless or depressed. Too much, and we risk our peace of mind being consumed by wrath or worse, bitterness. The invitation in this moment is to find the creative power in your anger. Anger is a sacred fire denied to many of us. We're encouraged to be compliant and agreeable, even when it's not in our best interest. What change can you invite? What injustice can you transform into justice through giving anger its voice? Allow sacred fire to have its space. Feed what is no longer vital into the fire so that it can be reborn into new life. Yeah. So the sacred fire is not wrath, but it's a transformative energy. So in this new cycle, we're not going to deny it. It's like in order to make change on a consistent basis, you'll feel it and you'll utilize that energy to make change. But again, it's not wrath. It's not destructive. It's constructive. Ace of Pentacles here is abundance. So a new career, financial opportunity, a new venture. Navigate with flow. Navigate with flow. Number 40. All day, every day, your heart performs one function. It regulates flow, and it speaks one language, open, close. When you allow your heart to navigate your life, it's much easier to determine if a person, place, or opportunity aligns with your highest good. Ask yourself, does this situation align with flow? Does it feel upstream or downstream? Does this relationship open me up and make me feel more possible? Does this opportunity bring me expansively alive, or does it cramp me into less than? Ideally, you want more of what opens you up and less of what closes you down. Your heart is the rudder on the ship of your life. With the pull of this card, you are being asked to listen to your heart's simple directives. Set a course for your own true north. Now, the fear, it looks like, is restriction, self-imposed restriction, and that's negative thoughts, right? You might feel like you're alone. Victim mentality. If you feel like a victim, then, I suppose it could be maybe somebody else is feeling like a victim, but that's like hopes and fears. It's like you got a fear there. Light the candle of grace. So when you're feeling like a victim, or if you are, you light the candle of grace. And that is, you go to the park or you go wherever and you get yourself back in a state of grace by looking at the glory of life, the ducks and the little birds chirping and whatever else that goes on at the park, right? Speaking of, I went to the park for a walk today, and I was coming out of that and I was driving back home, and I came across this thing. It was like a little park, but it had little trails in it, kind of like one of those old go-kart tracks. But it was with these little teeny tiny kids, and they were on their little bikes with their little training wheels, and they had their little helmets on, and they were going back and forth through these trails. It was so fun to watch them for a little while. So, when you're feeling restricted or like a victim, when you start having negative thoughts, you light the candle of grace. This moment calls for grace. We can't force, compel, or dictate grace. It arrives by itself on the coattails of surrender. In a society that profits from you feeling less than, you might believe that strength comes from performance, success, and dominance. But nature wants you to know that prowess and power and your own creative spark come from balance between an active will and a surrender to what is. Refuse to take things personally. See yourself as part of the living organism of nature. Accept what is while engaging your creativity to shape your personal reality. Between these opposite energies lies grace and the fierce, tender flame of your soul spark, which refuses to be snuffed out even in the darkest times. And that's true. You're still here after all you've been through and after all you have felt. Why? Because you always and continuously light the candle of grace within your own being. You're a star and you're a sun, and you may be self-imposing restriction with your negative doubts and such. We've got the Queen of Swords here regarding the Two of Cups, regarding marriage and the Two of Cups. Okay? So the King of Swords here is about flow, and she's there about, well, we're going to find out marriage and all of that. And what else is she about in the outgoing energy? Spirit, please, Divine. Quiet the anxiety monster. So, yeah, these partnerships should not be full of anxiety, for sure. You know, if you're in a partnership and you're constantly wondering, you know, you're constantly in this kind of a mindset, then that's not going to be a healthy union, right? So the Queen of Swords is here. She could be looking at partners who are looking to come into union, and she might be saying, okay, is there any anxiety here? Is this a good match? What is the energy like? Moments of anxiety, stress, and overwhelm are like heavy rocks landing in your life in places you don't necessarily want them. You don't have to entertain them or make them worse by asking, what's wrong with me? Nothing is wrong with you. Any unsupportive, unloving reaction towards yourself in times of stress is a direct result of trauma. Like a heavy stone, it will weigh you down. Your rocky thoughts are not your responsibility. Thoughts happen. They tumble and jumble of their own accord. Your responsibility is what you do with them. When you focus on what's wrong with a sense of fear, lack, or incapability, you pile heavy boulders onto an already burdened psyche. Right now, you're being invited to consider all the situations where you succeeded, accomplished, or surprised yourself. That same energy is available to you now, but only if you stop carrying those boulder thoughts on your shoulders. Light the candle of grace. Okay, on the bottom of the deck here, we've got gratitude or forgiveness. And let yourself be carried. It's a quest into the subconscious. So yeah, gratitude or forgiveness, it'll get you a long way. So this is a new deck also. It's the Romance Lenormand. We are going to go ahead and pull a few cards from this and see what advice Spirit Divine gives us using this deck. This is really good, you know. You allow anger. You don't want to put any blockages on yourself, but you don't want it to turn into wrath. You want to navigate with flow, light the candle of grace, and quiet the anxiety monster. So this is like it's a new opportunity, you know, that had been denied many, because the previous cycle really ran on fear and anxiety. And in this new cycle, it's going to be about flow, letting things happen. Don't block it, but don't let it get out of hand either. You don't want to get too dark, but you don't want to get too light. You don't want to fly away, but you don't want to drop into the pit either. You kind of want to be here, right? In harmony. So very swiftly, it's like you're going to be yourself, or you're coming into yourself. We got a ship here. So with ship, let's see. It's number 3. The ship is a card of distant travels, journeys, and transportation, purposeful movement toward a goal, significant changes. Often this card appears in response to questions about business and major projects. It's a neutral card influenced by the cards next to it. So be yourself. Take the journey that is in your soul, that is in your heart. Be yourself. Very swiftly, you're going to be doing that. You're going to be able to sing your heart song. The challenge is here. You've got the King of Swords, embracing effortlessness. It's all about flow. So he could be very swiftly moving this in, or, bringing you into flow somehow. We've got mice. 23. Mice are pests that humanity has battled for centuries. They spoil homes, destroy food supplies, and are carriers of dangerous disease. There might be a series of problems and losses, one after the other. So, it portends nervousness, theft, losses, breakdown at home, mercenary relationships, squabbles with a partner, and discord, greed and gluttony. And this one, embrace that. What was that? To determine a course of action, have goals, and stick to them. So it could be that the mice, those who have, been gluttonous or whatever, they're being brought into a flow, a proper flow of management. The King of Swords is overseeing it. So he's bringing into flow gluttony, instability, destruction of the home. We've got this passion project here, scattered and angry energy, conflict and stress. So we've got a beginning. There's a new beginning. Scythe. Snake. Wow. The scythe, which is to harvest. The snake here. Clouds. And garden. So it's like this new beginning. We've got, there's a cutting out of the snake, it seems to me, by the heavenly garden, or so, or it could just be let's look it up. Scythe. First of all, we got number 10. Oh, the scythe is an attribute of the gods of fertility and death. So it's associated with cycles and reaping fruits and dangerous situations when you have to walk on the edge of a blade. It works quickly and inflicts swift strikes with irreversible consequences. So you have the scythe against the snake, which is 7. The risks of falling victim to evil. So yeah, there's a cutting out of the risks of falling victim to evil, wisdom, and cunning, subtle maneuvers. This danger, this stab in the back. So that stuff is being cut out. And clouds. It's a shift. It's a shift. So the snake is being cut out these unfavorable, for bringing unfavorable moods and change. It's being deprived of the solid ground beneath their feet and clear vision of the future. And garden. So there's socializing. So in the community. So they got cutting out of the dangerous snake here, and the opportunities are there are opportunities to get solid ground. They're going to be moved off of the foundation of the garden. That's what I'm getting from that in this new beginning. So yeah, the danger of being overtaken by evil and evil teachings is being cut out. It's being removed from the foundation of the garden. You've got strength here and play. And I got to read that again. Play, number 6. Life dances with death every day. And you play with it, right? You eat the cupcake, you take the ride. You do yourself a favor and disconnect from the drama by indulging in ridiculousness, and that'll bring you strength. It's kind of like this one. You disconnect from the drama and you light the candle of grace. And yeah, so because being a little ridiculous brings about a lot of strength, especially when you're dealing with dangerous things. So you've got justice, fairness, and truth, and you're tending to your partnerships. So the law of cause and effect is here, tending to your partnerships. There's a lot of change going on, and there's a whole bunch of evil stuff being cut off, cut out. And the dangers of falling victim to these unconventional and incoherent pathways are being removed. Woman. 29. Woman is number 29. If it's for a woman, then it represents her. If for a man, it signifies an important woman in his life. So the law of cause and effect, tend to your partnerships, woman, regarding a woman. The feminine influence in affairs and traditional feminine qualities such as intuition, softness, compliance, acceptance, seduction, and anticipation. The technique of gazes. We evaluate whether a man and a woman in the cards are symbolically looking at each other or if they have turned away from each other in different directions. This aspect can draw certain conclusions about the relationship in the couple. So yeah, it looks like this new cycle is about partnerships. You're going to allow anger. There's freedom here. The woman is going to be taken seriously. She's going to have a voice. She's got intuition and such that needs to be addressed or at least given attention in this new thing. The law of cause and effect. It's almost like, how you treat the woman is how things go. I mean, a lot of people have been really abusing the sexuality of the woman, and it really has thrown everything off. So there needs to be, sounds like it's going to be taken seriously, and there's going to be a shift. We've got excitement and freedom here with the Page of Wands. Remember the wooby. Go back to that comforting place that makes you happy, or that at least brings you peace, right? Be yourself. Go for your dreams. Take that journey. Oh, we got something here? Man. We got man. Ooh, what else we got here? We got man and owls. So we got man and owls. Man is number 28. So this is either, so remember the wooby, that which makes you comforted. So the man in your life, or you if you are a man, it's proactivity, assertiveness, initiative, self-confidence, responsibility, and that a situation is under control of a particular individual. A firm masculine hand is steering the course of events. And then you've got owls. This is concerns regarding everyday troubles. And a lot of communication and movement, sometimes without noticeable results. In everyday matters, the card promises short trips, visits, meetings, dates, presentations, public speaking, bill payment, housework, childcare, cooking. This card foretells a lot of hustle and bustle. So there's a man in charge here regarding the hustle and bustle. And we've got the heart and the diamond here. The woman is the spade. So we do have the King of Swords here, getting things into flow for these mice, for these agitators. It's like they're being cut out of the garden so that you can have a chance to be yourself without these negative influences of dark teachings or whatever, falling victim to that. So there's celebration within the community where anger will be allowed so that it does not come into wrath. There's going to be no blockages here. You're going to feel it all. And we got cross. 36. Fate, faith, life lessons, and trials. This card speaks of resignation, patience, sacrifice, and painful transitions to another state. It represents the passage of life's lessons and the harsh exam of endurance and fortitude. Hard times, heavy duties, a thorny path have to be humbly overcome and bearing one's cross. So nobody can do it for you. And you have to allow the anger, and you have to use that energy and that vital force to make change. But you have to carry your own cross. Nobody else is responsible for it here in this union, in this community. So anger is allowed, but you have to carry your own cross. And again, it's justice, the law of cause and effect. What you put out is also what you have to bear, right? It's just the way that it goes. Nobody else has to carry that burden for you. You're responsible for it. Life lessons, blows of fate, mental suffering, feelings of guilt. It's connectedness. And these are obstacles to advancement or a completion of something. The themes of karma and destiny. In the environment, you have Ace of Pentacles here. So there's a new opportunity for financial flow, a new career. Maybe there's a new job. A cycle is about beginning to new. And you've got, you're navigating the flow. And we've got letter. which is number 27. Transmitting and receiving information. Acquiring confirmation, accomplishing official registration, and engaging in interactions through different platforms, such as email, messaging apps, and social networks. Could be a confession of love. So the fear here, or the hope, is that in times of victim mentality, when you're feeling these negative thoughts, you will light the candle of grace. So, you can allow the anger, but you've got to bear your own cross, and you've got to light the candle of grace in those moments and deal with it, because it's your responsibility. You're responsible for your own self and your own actions. Nobody else is going to be blamed for that. You can't say it's so-and-so's fault. No, it's not. You just didn't manage it well. So we've got the fox here. The fox is number 14. Which is, it's cunning, intelligence, resourcefulness, and the ability to always find one's own sustenance one way or another. It's lighting the candle of grace when you are having negative thoughts, and then going out and being intelligent and resourceful with finding a solution, with finding what you need to restore your balance and harmony. And on the outgoing energy, we have the Queen of Swords. So she's clear-minded and very perceptive regarding these marriage connections. And it's quiet the anxiety monster. So I guess she's looking at making certain that these unions are not going to have any kind of anxiety, that people are going to be honestly and truthfully held responsible for their own stuff. They have to carry their own cross. And if they're going to try to bring anxiety to their spouse or their children or whatever, then it's going to be noted and I guess dealt with. We got Tower and Bouquet. So quiet the anxiety monster. We got Tower and Bouquet. 19. Yeah, so the Tower in this deck is the pillar of support. It's a reliable protection, impregnability, and autonomy. It's a governmental importance. This could be, towers have often been used as prisons, schools, hospitals, barracks, administration facilities. It speaks of high position, status, power, hierarchy, and foresight. So, Spirit Divine said every house, every home needs a leader. And this would be the masculine here, leading the feminine, leading the children. And here we've got Bouquet. So, quiet the anxiety monster. And we've got Bouquet number 9, which symbolizes gifts, celebrations, and pleasant emotions. It's about what's fun and good. And the flowers, their time is limited, reminding us that it's important to enjoy the moment. It speaks of the joys of life, pleasant meetings, romantic dates, but not lustful interactions, right? So this is like, this is a whole new structure. This is a whole new structure. The masculine will actually be the masculine. People will be required to carry their own cross and to manage it. They will need to learn how to manage themselves without pushing the blame off onto somebody else. In times of victim mentality, they will be taught, or they will need to light the candle of grace and then be resourceful in how to resolve that. So this masculine here, or this new set of foundation keepers, or the new foundation keepers, it's their responsibility to lead the family and their mental body into a state of you can have your anger, but you got to carry that cross and you got to bring it in, right? And the tower here, so it's very supportive, it's administrative, it's very, very serious. We're not playing around. You got to take yourself seriously. And and that's the family. The family has to take itself seriously. So here we've got tend to your partnerships with the woman, and the man is here to do that. Right now we've got these passion project is being scattered in this new beginning. It's getting cut right out. So there you have it, everybody. I'm going to go ahead. Ooh, I didn't pull one for here. Dang it. Let's go back, and I guess I don't need to. Okay, I guess I don't need to. So that's that. I hope that this brings clarification to something you already knew about the way things are going and the flow of things. There is an adjustment being made. And I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.